Welcome back, folks.
Welcome back, everyone, to Insanity Check Radio. I'm Skillet Sauce That Can, and it is 8 over there on the boards. So we had a particularly strange story about, and I really want to know what I also want to know what are the long-term side effects. Our previous story, we're talking about a sort of like a morning after pill, sort of like for AIDS, but except it's the morning before. If you know you're going to deal with somebody that's HIV positive, you can pop these pills, and supposedly gives you a better chance of just getting through the encounter without becoming infected yourself. But I want to know what the long-term studies, what type of side effects are they going to have? Because if you don't die of AIDS in 2 years, but you die because your fucking organs get liquefied or something like that, you have to factor things in like that. I think
but it's FDA approved. That means it's perfect.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I don't know. I guess at the end of the day, why take a chance? Protect yourself. And, call it a night. I would hope that the people are intelligent enough not to go, well, this person's HIV positive, so I'm just going to take these pills and totally not, wrap it up or whatever. If you still want to have sex with somebody that's HIV positive, be that as it may.
Yeah, I'm sure people do.
No, yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. So, I just hope for their sake, it doesn't turn out to be like a sugar pill that gets a lot of people into trouble, or it doesn't have terrible side effects and ramifications that's going to injure people. So, that's my take on that. But then another subject, which is, there's something else that kills a lot of people in the hood, and it's called bullets. Many people have been laid low, and these people here said they came up with something that would actually help you, I guess, in the event that you got gunned down pretty badly. To make it to the hospital. And it says this high-tech injection heals gunshot wounds in 15 seconds, and you're definitely going to get a picture down there somewhere to show you. It says an Oregon-based, down it,
yeah,
and it's got to be right hand first, not left hand right.
Thank you, Ed.
Yeah, whatever, man. So an Oregon-based startup might have revolutionized the way we heal gunshot wounds. Startup RevMeds, which develops products for military medics and members of the emergency services, has created a device that can heal a gunshot wound in 15 seconds, Popular Science reports. The device is called XStat, and its creators are hoping the FDA will approve it for use by medical professionals. XStat consists of an applicator filled with dozens of tiny sponges that soak up a ton of blood when injected into an open wound. It's kind of like tampons for bullet wounds, we guess. And those pesky little sponges won't get lodged and lost in your body forever. They are marked with something called a radiopaque marker, which means they'll show up on an x-ray when the victim reaches the hospital. Currently, military medics and civilians first responders typically use gauze to heal gunshot wounds, a process that's apparently painful as hell and not particularly efficient. A medic must pack gauze directly into the wound cavity. Sometimes, I know a little bit something about this. Mm-hmm. I literally, firsthand experience, know exactly about this, and they're right. It does not feel good. A little skillet got, whatever. Any case, a medic must pack gauze directly into the wound cavity, sometimes as deep as 5 inches into the body, to stop bleeding from an artery. Popular Science explains. It's an agonizing process that doesn't always work. If bleeding hasn't stopped after 3 minutes of applying direct pressure, the medic must pull out all of the gauze and start over again. According to, they keep plugging Popular Science. So in any case, the RevMeds team received $5 million from the U.S. Army to finish developing the product. The company also won a seed grant from the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation to develop a version of XStat that helps stymie post-mortem bleeding. If approved by the FDA, it'll be interesting to see how XStat holds up against Quick Clot, a coagulant used by New York City's emergency services unit that helps stop rapid bleeding. Quick Clot is a... Quick Clot is a... Oh, okay, all right. Quick Clot, I thought it was like one of your sound effects. All right. Quick Clot is a granular substance that's sort of sprinkled over a wound, so it doesn't involve any aggressive gauze stuffing either. You know what Quick Clot reminds me of?
Ross Clot?
No, it doesn't remind me of Ross Clot. It reminds me of, I don't know if you remember in public school when a little kid would get sick and throw up all over the goddamn place. They would throw sawdust to soak it up, and just soak up all the regurgitate so you wouldn't be slipping on that kid's lunch or whatever. That reminds me of that. Either way, it's good to know that we'll be well cared for should we ever come in contact with an organ destroying bullet or something. And this, I guess this should be like for all the people still banging out there, as if that still makes any sense. Maybe everybody should have one of these. So when your homie gets licked down and clapped up, you can, you just shoot him up with a couple of these sponge joints and get him back to the hideout or wherever it is, so he doesn't just drop dead on the spot.
And how exactly is this applied?
Well, look at it. It looks like a damn turkey baster. Look at it. It looks like a big injection. You stick the nozzle of that thing into the wound, and you don't have it. You don't see it.
Yeah, it's a different.
See, this is what it looks like. See. Mm-hmm. It looks like just a fat syringe, filled with these little sponges that look like little pellets or little pills, and they inject all those things and they go in there, and suck up the blood and just fill up the wound. So and I've seen it. It's weird because I've seen this in science fiction movies where guys have sprayed. I forgot which film it was, and somebody was injured, and was it the film with Jude Law and Forrest Whitaker? Or no, it wasn't that. You know what it was? It was, I'll tell you exactly what it was. It was Dredd. When Judge Dredd got shot, remember? When Carl Urban, the latest Dredd film, not the Sylvester Stallone one, and he was shot towards the end of the film, he took out that stuff and sprayed, he injected it into the wound, and it just went, and it somehow sealed it up, and then he was able to get up and, do battle again. So, I guess, maybe, it's art imitating life or life imitating art. I don't know. But, yeah, I thought that was kind of interesting. So, what are your take on stuff like that? First of all, also another thing I want to know, the way the black market works, I'm pretty sure if the people that are still dealing in illegal activities that involve gunplay wanted to procure some of this stuff, I'm pretty sure they could.
I suppose they could. I don't know.
But these dudes are going to have like fucking utility belts looking like Bob the Builder to go to gunfights.
Well, I don't know. This doesn't seem like a very practical thing. It'll be great if you had it, but I can't see.
Look, it looks a little bit larger than a cigar, a stogie case. So look, if it's a situation where I know I'm going to do some gunplay anyway, and I might get hit.
But I'm saying now, do gangbangers run around with gauze?
No. Obviously, they don't run around with any of that shit. But I'm saying if they knew that this existed, why not have the shit? The Predator had his shit. He knew he was the baddest dude on the block, but when he got fucked up, he had some shit for him. He
but that shit didn't help him when he fought Arnold, did it?
Well, no, he got a log dropped on him and had to detonate the whole area, but he still had a first aid kit. So that's what I'm saying. Why can't, the villains and the dealers and all the dudes in the street, coming to the 21st century, think ahead. You might not, that sidearm shooting might not get that guy off of you. So just have a little something on you.
Yeah, it sounds practical, but that's what I'm saying. They don't walk. There is not probably one fucking Escalade or Suburban.
People drive those shits anymore?
Whatever the fuck it is they're driving these days. There isn't a first aid kit in any of them joints. Just bullets, guns, weed, fucking.
So you got going through all the cliche shit that you assume these dudes. Was that the drug dealers' fucking weekend bag and shit?
What else do they have?
Hold on, wait a second. Hey, what are drug dealers having in their weekend bags?
You know what? I will say this much.
Yeah.
A drug dealer who drives a nice car has a first aid kit in it. The nice cars come with first aid kits.
See?
Do they even know where it is?
It's in the stash right where the drugs are. So.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think if more people knew about this, they would probably have it because, you get shot, you just inject this crap, and you can get. It is what it is.
Yeah. Okay. If you say so.
What? You don't think they would? You don't think?
No, I don't. These people don't think about it. They're ready to die at 30.
Yeah, but they don't necessarily have to.
Yeah, they don't have to, but they're prepared.
I don't know. I think I guess I have a little bit more faith in these fucking Morlocks that they would actually want
right.
to not die.
Sounds like a very faithful term, Morlocks.
Yeah, well, I'm just assuming. Whatever, man. But I don't know. I think it's something that might pick up some steam.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Check back with us in a couple of years, or 2 minutes, if you will.
We're trying to make it, baby.